Everyone, I'm Fred Childers. I hope you're having a great weekend. I want to thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Politics on your local election headquarters. We have a lot to talk about, so let's go. Governor Jeff Landry says an effort between federal, state, and local law enforcement has resulted in more than 100 arrests for violent crime in Baton Rouge. The governor announced this is just the start of a strategy focused on lowering crime rates. Louisiana First News reporter Ethan Good has those details.
Over 106 arrests, seizure of over 100 firearms, 32 machine gun conversion devices, almost $250,000 in cash seized.
The numbers just keep going.
693 grams of fentanyl seized, over 6,200 ounces of marijuana, 41 ounces of synthetic mojo seized.
The message Wednesday morning was very clear. Authorities say new anti-crime policies in Baton Rouge are working.
We targeted the Vultures, Bleeders, 60 Gang, and BBG gangs, whose members are responsible for murders, drug trafficking, and robberies across the city and parish.
Law enforcement, local and state leaders all taking time to talk about what they call positive steps. Keith Bakewell with the Baton Rouge Drug Administration says people will see the benefits.
Targeting these cartels should stop the flow of drugs here to the city, which would make it safer for everybody to go around.
Looking through more than a dozen indictments, several cases stand out. Authorities say multiple suspects ran distribution centers and used code words to hide their operations from police.
A lot of the drug users, they rob people, and the drug pushers, the sellers, they fight it out amongst themselves for territory.
Authorities say this work will continue and people who commit these crimes will be held accountable.
The lessons learned from one operation to the next only help to reinforce our ability to put criminals behind bars and do it safely.
In Baton Rouge, I'm Ethan Good, Louisiana First News.
Now, despite the decrease in reported violent crimes last year, some experts say context is needed here. The Center for Hate and Extremism in California reports last year's crime totals were the second highest reported in the last 3 decades. A new multi-agency task force will try to stop child exploitation. Attorney General Liz Murrill and St. Tammany Parish District Attorney Colin Sims announced a new Special Victims Unit task force at Hope House in Covington on Tuesday morning. Murrill says over the years, cyber tips have exploded, jumping from just 800 in 2013 to more than 13,000 last year. She blames social media for making it easier for predators to find and exploit children.
I think that the collaboration that we're seeing among law enforcement agencies here today is the model that we are looking to replicate across the entire state.
This is not a message, this is a warning. We will track you down, we will arrest you, and we will take you to prosecution to the fullest extent of the law.
More than a dozen agencies are part of the task force, including state police, Homeland Security, and local police departments. A new report is taking a look at the impact of the state's recent tax reform package on Louisiana households. Take a look. According to a nonpartisan group, some could see a reduction of 20% or more on tax liability. The study also shows the top 10% of Louisiana taxpayers pay only about 30% of state sales taxes, while the remainder of the population pays about 67%. After much speculation, talk of a special legislative session appears to be more than just talk. State lawmakers say they've been told to keep their calendars clear. The fall session would likely focus on the state's redistricting, with a date range between October 23rd and November 13th. That's days after the Supreme Court justices are scheduled to hear re-arguments in Louisiana versus Calais. Some believe this planning is a bit premature without a ruling in place. You might recall a new map that creates a second majority black district in the state has been challenged as unconstitutional. And of course, we will let you know if a special session is officially called. A court date is set for New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell. She will appear in magistrate court on September 10th. Cantrell faces 18 charges, including conspiracy, wire fraud, and obstruction of justice, all related to an alleged romantic relationship with her former bodyguard, Jeffrey Vappy. The two are accused of defrauding the city of thousands of dollars. Vappy was allegedly getting paid and using city money to pay for non-work related expenses while spending time with the mayor off the clock. A Louisiana leader instrumental to the state's post-Katrina recovery efforts has passed away. Former Louisiana House Speaker Joe Salter just lost his long battle with kidney cancer. Salter served for 22 years in the state house and spent 4 years as speaker. He's also remembered for working with Governor Kathleen Blanco to pass several bills that got the state back on its feet. Those who knew him best say Salter was cool-headed. Salter was 82 years old. The new DCFS secretary says she's ready to unveil her plans for the agency just over a month after Governor Landry gave her the job. Brianna Moore was at that meeting and has the latest.
Our vision is a future where every child thrives in safe, stable, and loving environment, supported by, of course, empowered families and resilient communities.
Today, Ashley Sias, Chief of Staff at the Department of Children and Family Services, stepped in for Secretary Rebecca Harris at a community meeting, laying out the plan for the agency moving forward.
We all know the pressures facing this department. We've been through legislative changes, oversight, and structural shifts, and public scrutiny.
Under the new one-door law, over 1,500 DCFS staff will shift to the Health Department and about 100 to the Workforce Commission by August 1st, 2025. Around 2,000 will remain at DCFS, focused on child welfare and support. Officials say the move is designed to streamline services and improve outcomes for families.
We have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to redefine DCFS as a truly child-centric agency.
She also shared the department's 8 key commitments, including proper staffing, competitive pay, using modern technology, and even adding a second shift team.
So that evenings, weekends, and holidays are fully covered. This will mean children are protected at all times, not just during standard work hours.
The plan also cuts foster parent onboarding by more than a month, improves training through a new online platform, and aims to reduce sibling separations by half, all with one goal:
meet the needs of children and families in Louisiana.
Reporting, Brianna Moore, Louisiana First News.
And Sias says they have received great community feedback, with more than 800 applications received for 53 statewide positions. The Caddo Parish Commission faces legal battles after a visit from U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders. We'll tell you what it's accused of next.